And there we go.
Oh, live?
Yeah,
No,
we're
wait.
live.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, hey there.
Yeah, it's about a 5-second delay.
Yeah, just a
So-
little bit.
But you gotta do something so we can see the chat.
It'll
the
pop
chat,
up on
the
there.
chat's up.
It will? It'll
Yes.
pop up on there?
When someone's in the chat.
Yeah.
No one's in the chat
I'm
so
getting
far.
the chat. I want to see it happen.
Oh, I do need to turn off the one light. So, hi everybody.
Hi, everybody. We are
Hi,
back.
everybody!
All of us are-
everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick.
All of us are back.
See, there you go.
Oh,
It's in
hello, that's Frankie.
Frankie.
Yes.
Nah.
That was me.
See, like I said,
that's
we
pretty
can now
cool.
see
Yeah,
everything.
that
and
works
we don't have
perfect.
to rely on Chris.
Right.
Like I
I'm
said,
very unreliable.
well, no, as we put it, so instead of just relying on Chris to ignore the chat, we all can
of us
ignore the
will.
chat.
Right.
Hello, everyone!
Hi,
It is
Dr. Nick.
Pints and Pistons.
Once
but-
again.
Oh, by the way, Mike, January, your favorite car becomes legal to import.
What's that?
34 GTRs. That was sarcasm, by the way.
I know, I hate the 34.
What?
I'm the one person that hates the R34.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's it's funny because usually the 33 is the one that gets all the hate.
I love
but,
the 33.
But I don't. I mean, like I said, I've seen 33s, and if given the chance to drive one, I would probably come to the same conclusion that I already have. I don't see what's wrong with a 33. It looks like a perfectly fine automobile.
The 34 just looks like a refrigerator on wheels.
Well, they definitely threw the technology into it. They definitely went all out on that one.
But I'd rather drive a 03 Impala.
Can you do that?
Same taillights.
Exactly.
What was that shape, though?
Very squarish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Angles.
Yeah, it's not like the early 90s leftover 80s styling of the 33, and it's not the full bubble styling of the mid 90s, the 32, and the mid 90s 33
No,
was
but
more
it's
of
the
the bubble
perfect
style.
one to work on a PS1.
Yeah,
Am
Is
I
that why they
right?
did it?
Yeah, because it works on a PS1.
They made
All
the
I-
car purely for Gran Turismo.
Okay.
all I know is when Chris had his sim set up at the old house, he said, "What car do you want?" I said, "Surprise me," and I look in the goggles, and there's the dash of a 34. I'm like, sweet, and Mike tried a little ass hattery with the gas pedals, and I just kept driving through his ass hattery.
Did not work well.
Speaking of Gran Turismo, I finally watched the movie. Has anybody else seen it yet?
No.
No. You or you. And
Is it
only
is it
you.
is it driven?
It's worse.
How?
There are so many things, like, they read, like, a list of racing jargon and threw it in there. It's like Fast and the Furious 1 levels of, like, throwing out words
Oh,
that
it's-
don't make sense.
Oh, so it's not made for car guys, it's made for 10-year-old kids.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
you know, that's what we need
And,
to
like,
do.
showing racing lines that do not work.
You know, we forgot a crucial part, just to let you know. We didn't introduce ourselves.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't. We just saw our Pints. We have Mike, though, from Old School's Garage.
We do have Mike from
We do
Old
have Mike
School
from Old
Garage.
School's Garage. We do.
Thank you.
We have our Mike, we have
our
Old
Mike.
School Garage Mike, and
And
we
we
have
have
our
the
Mike.
mic.
And
We
then,
have many mics.
and then between all of us, we come up a leg short, but that's okay.
We do.
No, the mic has 3 legs, so it makes up for it, so it's an even number.
It does.
Oh my!
Well, normally our mics come up a little short, but then we have this mic, so it evens out too.
Right.
We're all even today.
That is true.
We are
Thank
all
you for
even.
evening everything out.
I try.
Everything's
I
all
try.
set now.
May not do much, but what I do is okay.
I'm blown away right now. You know that? It's a complete cast. An actual complete cast.
Wow. Just waiting from the guy from the History Channel to come out and go, "It was aliens,
Aliens.
man."
Aliens.
I don't think they could have gotten a better person to do that.
No,
The hair. The
It's
hair
the
is
hair.
what sets
Yeah.
it, man. If you watch that show, as that show progresses, his hair gets
wilder
wilder
and
and
wilder.
wilder as it goes on.
That's all the in between takes. Like, oh man, they're interviewing me. Oh,
No, that's the tinfoil hat going on and off.
oh
on and
that's
off the
no.
whole entire time.
It's pulling. it
Causes
out.
causes more
Yeah.
static every time it comes
Exactly.
off.
So do we want to do our first beer?
Yes,
I'll go get
we,
that.
we shall do our first beer.
And then, are we doing car spots first?
We can do car spots.
Because good, I have a good one.
Go ahead and get into that one.
I got a couple that I saw. I got 3 over the past couple of weeks. I've got 3.
I do have a couple too, but I have one in particular that stood out.
Oh, do tell.
Oh, do tell.
That is
Yes.
what I saw.
What? Yeah?
I had a car spot on the way here, actually.
Oh, hold on. No, I want to hear current
The
events first.
Rivian SUV. There's
Ooh.
one down in Crystal River in gold.
Ooh, I have not seen the
Oh,
SUV
really? I
yet.
haven't
I've seen
seen
a
one in
couple. I've
person.
seen 3 of the pickups.
It was weird
It was
looking.
gold?
Yeah, it was a gold color.
Like
metallic gold or like
like
flat-
Camry gold.
or like the yellowish color, like the
Let's
pickup.
see if I can find a picture of the color. That color right there. Like that yellow gold. It was
Really?
like
Okay, that's
but
darker.
it's like a gold color.
Okay, that's dark. That's different than the pickup truck yellow.
Yeah, the picture's not doing it justice either. It looks gold. It was like
I'm
Christmas
just,
ornament
That was
gold.
mine.
I'm just so glad that they did a collaboration with Dyson for the front headlights. Like,
Yes.
I really appreciate that. No,
Are you
that's cool
talking
though.
about the Rivian?
Hey,
Hey,
He saw the SUV.
I saw the Amazon van on Sunday in Spring Hill, and I gotta say, I really want to turn that thing into an RV.
Oh, somebody's gonna turn this into a
I
camper.
really want
Yes.
to turn that thing
And
into
the
an
thing,
RV.
and the thing is, somebody's gonna put a propane powered generator on the back and a solar array on the roof so that they can do off-grid charging while they're out and about.
Well,
go
just
overlanding
hopefully
with
they
it.
just don't buy like a retired Amazon one because like what?
Oh no! They're gonna Rivian is going to be selling them brand new direct to
Oh,
customers.
good. Well, I was gonna say because like, you know what the Amazon rhymes with, right? Ultima.
Yes.
Because the Amazon delivery drivers
I don't care.
they possess the same energy as Ultima drivers for some reason. I don't know why.
They are Ultima drivers. They're just in the Amazon delivery van
That must
when
be
they're
what it is.
working.
You can
Because
literally
when
find
you work at
collaborations
Amazon, I'm
of
sure the
Amazon
only
truck
vehicle you can
fails
afford
Okay.
is
and
an
Oh,
Ultima.
Okay, it's
crashing repeatedly.
okay.
Putting
So
them in neutral and walking away, like it's an automatic. Why would you
Okay,
put it in neutral and
I-
walk away? And
I can't believe I'm going to be in defense of the Ultima, and I guess by extension the Amazon van. If the Amazon van is the same as the Ultima, then the Amazon van is going to rule and not really break down.
you know he's not
He's
wrong
got a
about that.
point
He
there.
does have a really
Because
good,
when you
solid
see
point.
some of these Ultimas running around on 3 donut spares, broken
With-
windows,
with no
body
bumpers.
panels missing, and yet they go down the road and there's no fluids coming out of them, they're
Chris,
not
he's not
smoking,
wrong.
and they're still moving
not
every
wrong.
time they get into them, is the Ultima really a bad car?
damn.
There's literally a Facebook group called "Bro, where is the rest of your car?"
I got tagged in it recently.
And you got tagged in it
I did.
recently.
That's awesome.
for the picture of my bumper missing.
That's awesome. But
Where
no,
the, bro,
let's-
where the fuck is the
so
rest of your
honestly, if the Rivian Amazon vans are built to the same standards as an Ultima
They will last forever.
They will
and
take-
be able to just accelerate infinitely.
and just cause mayhem for years, I'm okay.
Brian,
So basically,
I want to say I'm grabbing mine because yours still needs to cool off for a tiny little bit more.
Stick it in the freezer if you need to.
Yours was right next to mine. I almost got literally when we went there.
That one,
it was
yeah.
this
That
and
one-
then that right next to each other. We almost grabbed that one. Too.
That one wasn't there when I grabbed that one.
Oh, when I grabbed this one, yours was right next to mine, and I just opened up the fridge. And I'm like, no way. Yeah. So, just want to say, good choice because I almost grabbed that one.
Like I said, again, the only red that I found was the 81 Bay Slow Red, which is an amazing red. But
Thanks, sir.
I'm kind of disappointed in Total Wine right now because I've been going up there for almost
Oh,
3
I'm
months.
keeping this can. This can is awesome.
I've been going up, like I said, almost 3 months now. I've been trying to find an Irish Red up there, and I have come up with nothing.
This is the reason why Mike's on for this time.
She's
Is
spicy.
because this is old school ale. This is a Hefeweizen.
Whoa, she's spicy. She's really spicy. I tried pouring slow.
Oh no, mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was
okay,
blowing up out of the can as soon as I opened it.
Look at Mike. Look at Mike. Look at him right now. Really? Brian, I guess you and I are those guys tonight.
Like, dude, mine started foaming up as soon as I
he
cracked
shook
the
him
can
before
open.
he gave them to us. I saw him do it.
No, I didn't.
Hey, Chris is too.
Yep. It's not letting me pour it without a big head.
The Mike's. I guess this is a Mike's beer.
You're welcome.
I guess.
So I literally, it was this one, and then Brian, the one that you got was right next to it because they both had almost the same cover art on
Yeah.
it. And they were back to back, and I almost bought both of them, but I went with this one.
Ooh, it smells like a sweet lager.
Oh, yeah, no. Is there any details? No, there's no details.
Yeah, just
You just get a friggin' it's a
It's Nobo Brewing out of Boynton Beach.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Are those like military dudes or mobsters?
Mobsters.
It's old school. It's an old school ale.
I can't see good in the dark.
or they're just like 50s hot rodders.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go, right?
Yeah.
What? Although, I mean, there are beer. Notice there are beer cans.
No,
on
those
the
are
running-
they have Prohibition. Yeah, they got the big old beer barrel on the side of the car.
Speaking of that, so in the early 1900s, 1912 to be specific, there
Yeah.
was a rash of amendments that was passed, and one of them was the 18th Amendment, Prohibition. I have not had any of their beers, but I have seen tap handles
Okay.
in a couple of different places from a brewery called 21st Amendment. 21st Amendment is what repealed the 18th Amendment.
You did not have one. You were in the hospital. We had one. Me
You
and
had
Sabrina
one?
did.
'Cause
Yes,
I've seen-
at
'cause
Pine
I've-
Street. At
Because
Pine
I've
Street.
seen, because I've seen the tap handles.
Me and Sabrina
I've
had
seen
it
ha-
at
I've
Pine
seen the tap
Street,
handles
and
in two
it was
different
really
places.
good, and it was the only time. It was one time only that we ever had it.
Yes, because
Oh,
I really
yes.
want to have one of their beers that isn't an IPA.
Gentlemen,
Just
cheers.
because of the name.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas, Merry New Year.
Happy Chrysler.
Happy second day of Hanukkah.
Daimler Chrysler.
Happy Toyota Thon.
I was about to say, listen, my family celebrates Toyota Thon.
Well, we're a Honda Days.
Oh, what a
person.
feeling.
Ooh,
This is good.
that's got a bite to it. I like that.
Oh, I really like that. That's got the IPA bite to it.
But
That was
without,
really good.
But
Wait,
without the shitty cat piss taste.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what is that fruit on the end?
Well, it's a heaven reason.
It's a Hefeweizen.
Yeah,
so
but
that's,
what is it though?
So it's more than likely you're going to be tasting just a touch coriander and a touch of orange peel going on.
That's exactly what it is. It's more like the meat of the orange, you know?
Kind of.
Like if you bit into to the orange.
No, it's actually the meat of the apricot. It's a dried apricot. Taste. No. My taste buds are just okay. My taste
No,
buds
I'm
are
getting
fine.
what you're getting.
Yeah, like
Apricot.
That, like
That's
a
called the
dried-
power. That's called the power of suggestion.
No, like a dried apricot. Like
Got that
Yeah,
apricot?
it tastes like a dried apricot.
I'm not gonna lie, I've honestly never.
you know what?
I've never eaten an apricot. I don't know what they taste like.
I have a bag of dehydrated apricots on my counter right now,
Right?
so I know exactly what he's talking about. That has
Is
a
it? Is
dried
that what it is?
apricot
No,
flavor.
yeah,
to it.
I was trying to. There's something on the end that tastes like it should be a distinct flavor to me.
I'm not really getting the fruitiness out of it. I'm just getting like solid wheat beer.
Thank you,
Well,
Chris,
read on
for
the phone.
making me not feel like I'm an absolute idiot on that.
Oh, don't worry. We'll make
Oh,
that happen more
I know.
times. We'll make
I
that
know,
happen
just
more times.
at least not with that.
Yeah.
It was one of those. I was like, wait a second, no, that's
Just government warning.
So car spotting. I saw an interesting vehicle the other day.
Go for it.
Nothing exciting, but just interesting in general.
Hey, interesting is cool.
I saw a Renault Traffic with Euro plates on it and everything. And
Really?
140, yeah, big old cargo. Not the cargo, they're like the Sprinters,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But yeah, it was a Renault Traffic, and it had the front and rear Euro license plates on it. Just
Oh,
cruising down the road like, well, what? What's going on here?
Now, here's the thing: if they are a Frenchman or a foreigner, and they've brought the car over, they can drive it in the U.S. for a limited amount of time,
6
then it has to
months.
go back.
Yep.
Might be, and it was less
Because
than,
that's
It's
how
the same thing that with Mexico.
with Galp and Ford and their 09 Focus RS.
Yep.
Yeah,
the
it was-
RS,
it's,
the
uh,
RS 500.
it was left-hand drive too.
Well, European cars are left-hand drive.
That's what I thought. And
So Ben Neal,
That's
AKA
also how. Remember that Dacia Duster that you
Yeah,
saw?
yeah.
That was the same way that the Dacia Duster you were able to see.
well,
on diplomatic plates.
Yeah, no, the one when you were going on. Was it
No.
you or was it Chris?
that was
The-
Chris in
was
Georgia.
Chris.
That was me up in
Yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the-
it was a
the-
Canadian car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Canadian
Well,
car,
like,
but it's a
I was
6
trying
month.
to-
But also,
leeway.
that's how Ben Neal, Mechanical Stig,
Yeah.
with the Cresta.
Yeah.
That's how he was driving the Cresta over here on Queensland plates.
Gotcha. It turned into that racetrack up there on 44 by Lacano Highway. I was trying to, like, I passed it and I didn't even pay attention to what it was until I saw it in my rearview mirror, and I was like, it's a Renault, like, little cargo van. I tried to slow down because I wanted to see what country it was from.
Cargo van.
Well, it's called a Traffic, actually. It's the Renault Traffic.
Traffic stop.
It was red with plastic safety bumpers.
Seen
Ask
anything
the
interesting on
salesman.
the road?
Cargo
No.
space? No.
No.
Cargo go space. It'll
Cargo
only drive.
road.
Not really. I don't get to see much.
Yeah, you are stuck inside of a building all day.
Yeah.
Mike?
Oh, what was it yesterday?
Nothing even coming in that's cool.
I did have a good one in Orlando.
What was that?
A Mitsubishi FTO.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. It was black and it had the big Evo wing on it and everything.
That's cool.
So it was fast.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe
Ish.
not.
Ish.
I can't remember what those even came with. I think they.
2-liter.
Wasn't it?
2-liter front wheel drive.
Yeah. That was cool though. Like I've been waiting to see one in the States because I know they're
They're now legal.
legal and
Yeah.
everything. And yeah, we saw one in Orlando.
95, late 95. Late 95, early 96 is
What else
their
did we
beginning
see?
on the builds.
What else did I see in Orlando? I saw another good one in Orlando. It was a right-hand drive Mercedes.
Sorry. Woo! Oh god. Oh god. Sorry. Sorry, Dan. Oh god. Sorry, Dan.
The look on his face when he that was the best part.
Hey, remember, hey, I have my COVID superpower.
Oh, you're welcome.
I can't smell poop. It's great for me, bad for everyone else.
All right, Mike. Besides,
I saw a right-hand drive Mercedes, though. I can't remember now. You threw me off. What'd you see? You have to say now.
yeah,
You're on the spot.
Old school Defender.
what color?
Green.
I've seen that one running around.
Yeah. Yeah. With diamond plate kind of on the
Yeah.
front fenders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making
so-
tractor noises. Going by.
Yeah. So early last week on 41 between Denellen and Holder, I saw either it was an Evo 6 or an Evo 7. Not that much up on Evos, but a white Evo 6 or Evo 7.
Did it have bigger headlights or smaller headlights? Did it look angry in the front?
They both kind of look a little angry. Like I said, I'm not certain for which one it was. But like I said, it was an Evo. And then the 98 Rock Probe.
Oh yeah.
Saw that
Yeah.
one.
I haven't
And
seen that one in a while.
no, it's right over there.
Yeah,
It's-
literally
it's
a mile
like
down the
yeah,
road.
it's like 3 blocks that
I
way.
haven't seen that one in a minute. That's good. I'm glad to know.
No, it was funny because the day before Jackie sent me a picture of it,
Yeah.
and I was like, huh, and I was like, oh yeah, that car's right near Mike's house. And then the next day, I saw it in the wild, and then was it Monday or Tuesday? I saw a blue Audi R8 on 486.
Oh, yep.
But I couldn't tell if it was. I was going the other way, so I couldn't tell if it was a V8 or a V10. But still, R8s are
About
kind of cool.
9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it was morningish.
Yeah. I was out of the dumpster and saw it.
Yeah, and this was obviously up closer towards my house when I saw
Well,
it,
yeah,
but still, I mean, yeah, blue R8.
No, we don't really get much, unfortunately. Used to. At a different auto parts store I worked at, we used to get, people coming with some older cars and stuff. But here, unfortunately, don't get too many. We get more of the guys that are working on, heavy duty trucks and stuff like that. So, if you got a Kenworth or a Mack or a Freightliner, it's usually what we're getting. But well, I do have a couple guys that come in. Got a couple guys that are working on some AMCs, Javelin. Another guy's building. Guy comes in. He does. He's got a Gremlin that's been made into a modified that he races over at Citrus.
I'm intrigued.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's got a small block Chevy,
Well,
but
still,
it's pretty cool. He came up actually a couple of weeks ago, but I wasn't there.
Yeah.
He came up and showed the car off.
oh, Windsor, Canada.
Rick from
Rick.
Windsor,
Hey,
Canada.
Rick.
Apparently he also has a Falcon.
Yes.
Cool.
Rick has a 62 Falcon, the
Okay.
gasser.
All right.
Nice.
It's small block Chevy, but it's all right.
I've noticed watching some of the races like at the race weeks, drag weeks, and stuff like that. You see
Yeah.
the gasser class. They're not the fastest ones out there.
No.
But they are
But
by
they're
far
the
the
most
most entertaining to
entertaining,
watch
yeah.
go down the track.
So do you guys watch on the guy on YouTube? It's called Running Rust.
No.
They built a Falcon gasser. It's got a small block Ford in it,
Is
and
that
they
the
did
one
drag
with
week.
the red tint on it, or no?
It's a blue car.
Blue or green?
It's like a bluish green, I guess. It's just a very faded color.
Is that the one that I've sent you a couple videos on TikTok of, or no?
Mm-mm.
No,
No.
Or
that's
was that,
the-
or was that the one that was that Finnegan ended up beating for?
No,
the drag
no,
week? 'Cause
no.
I
That was what's his
that-
name with the
Yeah,
Ranchero.
it's like metallic
Oh.
green with the gold with the.
Oh, okay. Yep. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I know
The
exactly
yeah,
which
with
one
the-
you're
yeah,
talking
the
about.
engine
Brian,
turned gold
this
leaf.
one.
Yeah.
I just went and subbed to the channel so I can go check it out.
Okay.
I love watching build videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I've been watching them too. They did because they did drag week, so which was pretty cool.
really,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
But we're getting there. So coming along.
Well,
Well, yeah,
you've done a shit ton of work on your gasser here lately.
Yeah. So I'm working on the passenger side floor right now. The rear floor was rotted out, so I replaced that, made a patch for it, and replaced that because I finally got some sheet metal, and then just worked on the toe board here last week, just passed. Got that in, and so now next up is the actual passenger side floor half. We'll get that in, and then just clean everything up and get that all coated and everything, and then it's moving on to more stuff.
So was that the last of the rush repair in it?
No, I'd love to say yes. that word won't come out of my mouth for quite some time.
You exclaimed it very quickly.
Yes, because next up will be because I have to finish putting the tail panel on it, the tail light panel. But to do that, the passenger side quarter panel, when it wraps around, there's a flange right there that actually the tail light panel welds to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that lower quarter section is gone. So I got to cut that, replace it, and then I can weld the taillight panel to that.
Gotcha.
So it's like a huge jigsaw puzzle. So, and then I can put a trunk in it, a trunk floor in
You're
it.
putting together a life-size model car.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You've got the ship of Theseus problem going on right now.
Yeah.
At what point does it stop being the original car?
Oh, it stopped a long time ago.
Rick said, get that motor in.
Yeah.
Well, what he's talking about with the ship of Theseus is kind of the theory. If you start out with a boat,
Okay.
and over time you replace a part of the boat because it rots, and you replace another part because it rots, and another. Eventually, you get down to the keel and the stem. The keel rots, you replace the keel. The stem rots, you replace the stem.
You got a new
Is
boat.
it still the same boat?
You got a
No.
new one.
You got a new one.
You know what I mean? But like I
It's
said,
replaced every part of it.
Like I said,
at
over-
what point
over-
does it stop being the original
yeah,
car?
over time, centuries even, eventually you get to the last original piece of the boat and you change it. Is it still really the same boat, even though it's still called Thesis?
So the only part that still is there on the car from original is most of the roof, because there is on the passenger side of the roof where it rolls over into the drip rail. There's some that's rotted there. The dash is still original to the car. About this much of the lower cowl is the original part of the car. Most of the quarters are original. And the frame rails. The frame rails and rockers. That's what really kept me going on this car, was the frame rails and rockers were just solid on this car. And that's only because they're galvanized. Which I found something else out, is there's such a thing as called galvanized poison.
Yeah, you
Oh,
should.
yeah,
Welding on
yes.
galvanized metal is bad.
Yeah.
So, and when I started welding on the car and I started putting this car together, a buddy of mine kept asking me, "Hey, is that galvanized metal? Hey, is that galvanized metal?" Like, no, it's just regular metal. It's welding fine, And so I would.
He said,
the
then we can race.
Then we
buddy."
can race, buddy.
And at the end of the day, when I was done welding, I'd have a headache. I thought, well, maybe because at one point I was welding under the car. I think maybe it was holding my head up welding or something like that. And then one day I went in the house and I was all done. I had like chills, like fever. Maybe I'm getting sick. So I went back to my buddy. I said, "Hey, you keep asking me if it's galvanized metal. Why?" He's like, "Well, you can die from it."
Yeah.
Oh,
You can.
so
Yes.
he's like, you need to look up galvanized poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, noise.
Yeah, it's
Squatted truck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Eco boost.
It was.
Not the dumbest
So,
one I saw.
I look
the
up-
one I saw earlier was the dumbest one.
So I look up galvanized poisoning on Google and all, and it says, headaches,
Chills.
people like chills, death.
Starting
Hey, one of those is really important.
So that's it. We're stopping. I'm not doing any more work on this car.
One
So I figure out.
thing- What do you say? One thing for Mike's.
Doing an awesome job on the 64. Love it.
Thank you guys.
Oh,
So
that was one UZ 240SX.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I was like, all right, I'm done. So first thing I did is found out what is all galvanized on this car, and come to find out it is the frame rails and the inner rockers are galvanized. Well, we are gonna get a respirator. So I got a respirator, and now it's better. I don't get headaches from welding on that car anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause when I found out galvanized poisoning is a real thing.
Oh yeah.
Fume fatigue is what they call it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was,
I learned like the same. Not to that extent, but like I got.
By doing
Just-
exhaust work
Yeah.
and using galvanized fence posts as exhaust.
I
You
got
were
sick.
a redneck in the 90s, weren't
No,
you?
no, that's what I did. That's what I did.
I did that to that my buddy's Ford Probe.
Yeah.
Yeah. We wanted a straight pipe probe.
Yeah.
We took the fence post and then we had a
You
very
make exhaust.
yeah,
You
and
make
then
exhaust.
like let's take it for a ride, and I'm like, dude, I feel like shit, like about to puke. I have a headache and everything, and then I found out, yeah, you can get sick from the like sitting there breathing all that shit in.
but it's got a nice sweet smell to it.
I did it. I'm like, that doesn't smell so bad. All right, let's keep going.
And when I was doing, actually, when I did the tow board the other day, I hit the first weld, and I was like, stop. That's galvanized. Go get the mask. I am not getting sick.
That's like, I messed around with hydro dipping for a while,
Okay.
and the activator you use for hydro dipping, whatever it's made
Almost
of.
has
Right.
the same smell.
Oh yeah, well it's the first time I did it without a respirator, and I just did it in my backyard, open area. I'm pouring this stuff in and everything. Like 10 minutes later, I'm just like, whoa, I gotta sit down. I sat down, and then my head started hurting, and everything started warbling.
Nice. There you go.
I said, ooh, is that why it says wear respirator?
Yep.
Probably.
Like, I,
Aha.
I wore
a clue,
one.
perhaps.
I wore one from then on.
Read the warnings.
Warning labels? Nah, we die like men.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
No airbags, no ABS.
We die like
Going out
real
like a
men
man.
here.
Yeah, but you have to remember those warning labels are there because somebody
Somebody did it.
caused that to happen.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, also fun fact, when you're using your brake cleaner on stuff, especially if you're using it to clean metal that you're going to weld, make sure you use the non-chlorinated version.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why, you don't like fire?
No, because when you weld on that stuff, you
wait,
you
that's
create
like- oh,
nerve
you said
gas.
chlorinated.
You create nerve gas.
Well, you
Yeah.
can breathe that in. It's fine.
Oh, for a little while.
Yeah.
Thank you, Roadkill.
It's like the
And
guy you
Roadkill
told me about
Garage.
that used to work
And
at the
Finnegan-
boatyard
and
with you.
Finnegan's
Yeah.
Garage.
The guy you told me about at the boatyard. You'd watch him cough and watch the flakes come out
That-
of his mouth in the sun.
That was...
Ugh.
I'm pretty sure he's assumed room temperature long ago.
Hey, alright, so you guys remember the truck I had for a short while I should have kept and finished and I didn't. I'm sorry.
Bless you.
That's it.
Oh, the one that I hit with a hammer?
No, my old one. The
Okay.
82.
The other one.
So, I bought this 82 Scottsdale, all rusted out. And I got it all together with no rust, and the panels I used were LMC truck,
And RX-7.
RX-7 fenders, a Kia Sorento C-pillar,
There you go.
and then also there was another piece off of
That was Johnny Cash's
The
one piece
Toyota.
at a time.
Right.
that was a Toyota Prius, like
55,
apron.
56, 57, 58.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just started banging. Like, I had this guy start helping me, and he goes, "Oh, you got a hitch. The hitch works perfect." And I said, "For what?" And he goes, "We're gonna make this panel. You don't gotta buy it." So he cut a chunk out of my RX-7 fender, and he heats up my tow hitch with a torch, the ball, and starts using it like an anvil with like a blacksmith, banging it over it.
Nice.
With a hammer, bends this piece into a perfect shape because you saw how I did that, do that again. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you do it now. So we're literally bending metal over the tow hitch to form panels for the bed and everything.
Did it work?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Got that all fixed. But yeah, that truck had many pieces welded, and when you did primer and all that, you didn't see nothing.
No.
So.
No, seam sealer, primer.
Primer and paint make you the welder that I ain't.
Oh, yeah.
Beat the fit, paint the match.
Yeah. I said, can you help me do it? And he goes, oh, we'll do it in your front yard. And I was like, yeah? And he goes, yeah, man, you got a compressor. And I used to have a good, tall compressor. It died, though. But we did that shit in my front yard. My neighbor was so pissed. He said, you're getting overspray on everything. We're seam seal priming in my front yard.
Nice.
Like, I'm sorry. I didn't think about that with the wind. My bad.
Dan, doing something without thinking? I'm shocked.
And then the car,
Shocked, I tell
then
you.
the truck made it down your road, and that was it.
I did a burnout in it.
Yeah, but it made it down your road, and that was it when you sold it?
Well, I drove it also. I drove it to one of the meets, and we used to have them at frickin' Beefs. The Beefs meets. I drove it to a Beefs
No, you
meet.
didn't.
Yeah, I did. The late Beefs meets.
We didn't have any beef.
Yeah, they had a was it not Beefs? No, it wasn't Beefs. It was that other, I can't remember the name of it now. IMF. It wasn't the Arby's.
At the wing place.
No, it was an Arby's one.
An Arby's one.
IMF.
This was only 4 years ago.
Okay.
It was.
Oh, yeah, I remember those guys came out.
I drove the truck up there.
We had to get on those guys pretty hard because
That
they
was
were
the
doing
night
some
I found out the
absolutely...
radiator leaked.
They were doing, let's get a car meet shut down, dumb shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, it was stupid.
And
I think
if
I
I
said that
recall, I think on our very first episode of this, that
You
was
did.
my thing that I
Yeah,
called out.
yeah,
Was
Yep.
dipshits.
we
It was
did
car
talk
meet
about that.
dipshits, I think is what I said.
That's why I don't go. I even want to go to Cars and Coffee. I do, but like, I know there's people that.
Here's the thing. We've only had one incident.
Well-
Aside from the Mazda 3.
No, well, it's not that. It's there's a couple people that regularly go there from old meat days that for some reason hold grudges against me and want to cause. Yeah.
Well,
So that's why I
Here's the
avoid
thing.
it. It's dumb.
one person tried to get a little rowdy and do a burnout at the Cars and Coffee meet one time.
Yeah.
He's never been back.
So what you're saying is the shitbox should come out to the next Cars and Coffee?
Shitbox should absolutely come to the next Cars and Coffee. Now, Damien might give you some shit for turning your 3 into a shitbox, and you remember what Damien's 3 used to look like.
Well, see, my car's a shitbox on the outside. That's the thing. Everything else is fine.
Yeah, but it's still, it went full shitbox spec, and like I said, Damien had his Speed 3 that was...
I love Damien Speed 3.
I
I know.
love
Yeah.
that thing so much. It smelled like oranges inside. It was so
That
nice.
car was so freaking nice. Now I'm not gonna
Seriously,
lie. Now
you
I mean,
open the door, it smelled like
Oranges?
fresh oranges, fresh
Like-
oranges. and
like
you don't,
you were in an orange.
He had a first gen Speed 3 and it was the best
and
color.
the best blue.
Cosmic
It's
blue.
oh my god!
so
And
nice.
a lot of work
It
done
was
to the car.
in like a blue silver whole, and then
a lot of work done.
and
to
then
it,
the
too.
motor was
Big
a,
turbo and everything.
Well, it was a complete reworked motor. It wasn't a stock motor. It was a worked block, a worked head, worked turbo, full.
But the whole car was just insanely, like every
Clean.
piece of the car was thoughtful
Amazing.
and extremely clean. It was a really, really nice example.
I'm missing half my interior.
I bought
My
my
car's 3 colors now
It's
too.
in shitbox spec.
I bought my
Three
03, and
Your
2
car's
months later,
transcended.
Damien was like, I'm selling my car. And I looked at him straight in the face, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? He's like, why? I'm like, I just took out a loan to buy this fucking car.
Hey,
I
well,
would have taken out a loan to buy your fucking car.
you know what? At least his car lives on though.
No, it does not!
Parts of it live on.
A year fucking
They
later,
do.
it got
Parts of it live on.
Where do parts of it live on?
nowhere.
I have his parts on my car.
What parts?
I have his downpipe on my car, and
Original downpipe?
No. He had before he went to the whole big crazy turbo
Oh,
setup.
yeah, no, I'm talking
but
about
I'm
the car
saying,
later
I
on.
have parts of his car on my car, so it lives on.
His car was like my 03, got wrapped around a fucking tree.
I know that poor car. That kid bought it and just absolutely
6 months later, wrapped around a fucking telephone pole on A1A.
And, you know, that's one
And
thing.
where did the 03 meet its demise at? 75 or the Turnpike?
One of the off ramps of one of them.
Well, that was one thing that
But
made me
that
happy.
wasn't because of being stupid. It was full on monsoon, hydro paint playing off the thing,
Yeah.
hit the grass, and just couldn't stop.
That
Yeah.
freaking MX-6 I had. Do you remember the MX-6,
Yep.
the white one?
Yep.
That car, honestly, I'm glad. That thing had. After I got rid of it, the guy who got it, I was skeptic of him at first. And he took amazing care of the car. Had it for another, I think, 5 years after the fact. I stayed friends. I'm still friends with him on Facebook, actually. Him and I were just talking about the car, actually, a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, it started knocking, and you know, it was an old tired engine. I beat it. He beat it. Guy before me. Probably guy before me. Original owner probably beat the shit out of it. And
From generation to generation, handed down from father to son and father to
Swinging.
son,
That
it was
friggin-
beat on
Yeah.
mercilessly.
well, the Mazda K Series V6 singing 8,000 RPM just. Anyway, a guy in Fort Lauderdale got a hold of the car from the junkyard before it went full boat, and took the motor out and put a JDM Mazda K Series motor in it, and the car is still alive to this day, and it also has been fully redone. All new panels. The guy got 3D printed custom parts, fresh paint, everything. It looks gorgeous, and I'm so happy that car is still alive.
Yeah, those Mazda 6s, those were cool cars. The
Yeah,
MX-6s, those
yeah.
were cool cars.
That was an awesome car. But like I, you know, it's cool to see sometimes, like, you know, a car that you cared about that you didn't want to get rid of get taken care of after the fact. Because like, I got rid of that, and I hate saying it to make it sound bad, but you know, it's because, you know, we had Jules, and like, car seat, that coupe, no work. And if I could have afforded to keep the car, I would have. But
Yeah.
I had to get rid of it. I was living
Well, you had
in
to
an
do
apartment.
dad things.
Yeah, and that's how Dad Wagon was born.
Yeah.
I love that car. But I'm glad that car, and it took me a while too. I kept that car for almost a year after I had the Speed 3,
Yeah.
because I wanted to make sure it went to the right person. I wanted it to be, because I literally had fixed everything on that car. I had it OBD2 swapped. It was an OBD1 car. I had a full working OBD2 system in it. I had every bolt-on done to it. I had all the suspension done. Everything was nice inside. Everything worked. And it was just a really good car. And I didn't want it to go to some kid to ruin it.
No, like I said, so after finding my first car, a year or so after I let it go, and it was just like I said, it was a '76 Celica. In retrospect, I wish I still had that car, but I was a teenager, and it was just a used car, and I got another used car, and that's just how it went because that's what we did back then. I saw that car a year later, and it was just destroyed. It was beat down so badly. And after that, I'm like, once I get rid of a car, I don't ever want to see it again.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. I don't look every single day looking for it.
Let's say I think Brian, like me and you, because we're like what, the oldest here.
I look every day for
You know, when we bought cars. I mean, what was the cheapest car you bought that was cool?
Cool.
Ooh.
But
Cool.
cheap.
Okay.
But
Cool.
I don't want to say cheap, and I want to. Like, so back in the day, when we bought cars, I mean, me and a buddy, we going around. We bought a '75 Maverick for $25.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
You can't do that anymore.
Though the
No.
cheapest car that I ever bought was my '79 Honda Accord hatchback.
Got for $100.
I paid $100 for it.
Right.
It was a northern car. It
I
came
know my
from New
dad's
York State.
stories.
Right.
It had rust. I beat it. I had for 8 months. I beat it like it owed me money every time I got in the car. I
Right.
sold it for $250.
Right.
The funnest car ever.
Right.
So kind of that was the coolest car I ever got for cheap.
Right. So when I moved down here in '92,
You're just jealous because you didn't have that experience.
I bought a '71 Pontiac Le Mans T37, and it was a 350 car, and I drove that thing all the way from New York down to here,
You, Brian.
and it was the best car. I wish I never would have gotten rid of that thing, man. I love that car.
I guess the cheapest, actually,
Fuck you,
you know,
Brian.
technically, if you want to get all into that, cheapest car I got was that Honda Civic I got for free.
Yes, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, you cannot beat
Yeah,
that one.
you can't.
Nope. I had a family friend, and
I don't know why they did that.
their family member had a 2003 Honda Civic two-door manual, close to 300,000 miles, and the guy said the head gasket blew. And I said, well, okay, so what do you want? And she said, well, he wants to, get rid of it, but he thinks that nobody's going to give him anything for it, so he just wants to give it away to somebody if they'll take the title and transfer it out of his name. And I was like, all right, I'll take it then. I said, what's wrong with it? He said the head gasket's blown. So I drove to Dunellen to go pick it up, and I said, what's going on? He goes, the head gasket's blown. I said, all right, well, can you help me push it up onto my car dolly? And he's like, you can drive it up there. And I said, have you been running it since you blew the head gasket? And he goes, well, the check engine light flashes, and I'm pretty sure that means the head gasket's blown, but it runs. And I don't want to try to deal with it. I don't want to. And I'm like, it might be something else. And he goes, no, it's definitely the head gasket. And I said, listen, I'll buy the car off. Here's the title. I already signed it. I drove it onto the car dolly. I took it home, scanned it. It had a bad cam sensor. I replaced the cam sensor, and the car was perfect.
Free car.
Nice.
Yeah. And I beat the ever-loving
You
Dookie
did.
out of
Oh
that
my
car,
God.
and I still sold it for almost $3,000. It was blue. It was in perfect shape, except, he drove it. It had, almost 300,000 miles, and he was a bumper sticker guy. So the entire, rear fascia of the car, he had
Pure bumper
every
stickers.
state he'd been to, he got, bumper stickers.
Nice.
So it was covered in bumper stickers. But, every AC, radio, all that stuff.
Everything worked?
Yeah, clutch was fine. Car ripped, it chirped second, it would spin the tires, everything worked. And the cam sensor was like $25, I think. And it literally bolted on to the side of the head. And the timing cover had an access port for it, which snapped off. You went pop, and it was a 10mm bolt, and you went plug, pop, done.
Wow.
Well, you forgot the going back on.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the BMW I had.
Oh
The
yeah.
5 Series. Did you ever see the 5 Series?
Not in person. I've only seen pictures and I know the stories.
I haven't even seen pictures of it.
I don't know if I have any actual
I don't think he
pictures
does
of it.
anymore. I've seen back in the day. I think I saw 2 pictures. Maybe
Yeah.
it wasn't many.
So I had I was into BMWs at the time.
He was a
You're-
masochist.
I
you're-
was-
You still are.
I
He
was
was a
on
masochist.
all of the forums, right? Like Rev Limited, E30 Spec, all the BMW forums. So one of these guys,
That was
I
like
would
being
go
on
through the
the Corral.net
classifieds every once in a while, and
all those
somebody
back in the day.
posted on the classifieds, free car. And I'm like, click. And what is the town? It's past Wildwood.
Bushnell?
Leesburg,
Morrison.
Morriston. No, that's
No, Morriston.
That's
way up there.
Williston.
Morriston
That's the other
is-
W. That's the other W.
No, Morriston is
No,
Morriston is
Anyway,
by
between.
Williston, though.
past
That's
Yeah,
the
Wildwood.
Morriston
I
is
can't think of
between
the name of
Dunellen
the
and
town right
Williston.
now.
Yeah.
But it's there.
Okay.
And the guy has posted, it's a 1980 BMW 5 Series. You can have it. Clear title.
Somewhere in deep.
And I'm like,
Florida.
bet. I messaged the guy. I'm like, dude, I'll be out there with a car trailer. Let me arrange a car trailer and a truck to pull it. I get a buddy of mine that's got a truck and a car trailer. We go out there. I'm thinking I'm pushing half of a car that's
Right.
sitting on the frame up onto a trailer.
Right.
We get there and he's like, let me drive it up there for you.
Drive it up there. All right.
So
He's like a caveman right now. Just let
put a
him-
jump box on it, car cranks up, runs, and it does the stereotypical, 70s and 80s BMW thing where you turn the key and it spins half a revolution and then is idling perfectly. Car runs beautifully. And I'm like, what is wrong with this thing? He's like, well, the brakes lock up on it. Okay, I can deal with that. But we get it up onto the trailer. I take it home. pull it off the trailer under its own power. It's a 1980 BMW 528i automatic. I pull the front wheels off. I run the brakes in and out a bunch of times. I take my brake compressor, push the brake pedal, push the piston back in, push the brake pedal, push the piston back in, and they free up. Put the brakes back together, take the car for a spin. I have a 1980 Bavarian muscle car now. Because that's what that was. The 1980, the 5 Series, it was a German muscle car. Like, it was the best car I've ever driven.
Bavarian motorbikes.
So, that year, in particular, that generation, that was the first of the number denominations that they used when they created their model series.
Right.
That was the first year they were like, this is the 5 Series.
Did it
It wasn't
feature a
a
turn
9
signal switch?
series.
Huh?
Did it feature
It
a
did.
turn
And it
signal
worked.
switch? Okay. Making sure.
But
It's the early days, so.
I'm
it
gonna
drove
tell you, man,
perfectly.
if I watch Nürburgring videos and I see BMW drivers flick the turn signal and move to the right,
And on top of that,
What-
so that
what
car
witchcraft is
actually
that?
had
It's
the
fiction.
exact same
What
brake
kind of
system
sorcery is that
that
makes
a
that happen?
Lamborghini Miura had.
Okay.
because we can't get BMW
This thing
drivers
would
to do that
stop on a dime and give you back 8 cents.
Nice.
It was insane. It was one of the best driving cars I've ever driven in my entire life. And it was it was crusty. It was the paint was faded. It had rust on the back, the C pillars.
No,
It
Stop.
leaked water.
Okay, wait a minute, stop.
I'm going to do something dirty.
You were not into BMWs.
Wait.
You
Just
are
wait.
into
Just
BMWs.
wait.
Fair.
Just wait.
I have so
Sell the
many,
Mustang and buy one.
No.
I have so many jokes.
I tried.
So
Here's
many
all
jokes.
right.
You need another one. You do.
If I had infinite money, if money were not an option, I would absolutely have classic BMWs right now. The problem with owning a classic BMW is
Is it
Owning a
BMW?
classic BMW.
it's all right. So I have a Ford Mustang. My alternator goes bad. I go to the parts store and I get an alternator and I put it in and the car is fixed.
It's the same
Well, if you
alternator
have
that's
a-
on 7
If
other
you
cars.
have a classic BMW and your alternator goes bad,
it yells
you
at
get
you,
an
999.
alternator from the parts store and it doesn't work. So you go back to the parts store and you get another alternator and you put it on and it doesn't work. You go to the parts store, you get an alternator, you put it on, and it'll work, but only after you've revved the car past 3,000 RPM.
And then you go to the dealer and you get an alternator and they say it's discontinued. And then you fucked.
I kid you not.
No, you
I
find
had
a
to
hobbit in
I
a
put
shed out in
an
the woods who
alternator
rebuilds your
on my
BMW
3
alternator.
Series.
After you
The
give
alternator
him,
went
after you
bad.
give him a quart of
It
blood
took 3
and some
alternators
and
to
some
find one that
wool.
would put
Yeah.
anything out at all.
Wow.
Okay? The third one, I start the car, and if I were to just start the car and let it idle, it would run the battery dead. It would idle itself till it sucked all the juice out of the battery, and it would kill itself. If you rev the engine past 3,000 RPM,
It would charge.
it would start charging and charge until you shut it off.
Hey, Mike, you know the difference between a BMW and a porcupine? Porcupine has its pricks on the outside.
Hey, but you know what's like great about that? So, I'm
Nothing
sorry.
is great about
No.
having a drive shaft go
trying.
bad
I was trying. I
and
couldn't.
finding out that the
No.
dealer wants
I was-
more
I
than the car
attempted.
is worth
I had something that
for
went
a
away
drive
into it.
shaft.
Oh, I'm
Well, hey,
sure.
at least Robot Cantina on YouTube, his diesel swapped Insight can run without any electricity. So, and that'll go more miles per gallon.
Listen,
Hey, you
I
just-
found out
there you go.
a BMW will run without electricity for a time.
An extended period of time.
Oh, yeah, well, you switch the distributor out for a Magneto, boom, it'll run without electricity.
There you go.
By the way, I've said it a million times. If you haven't watched Robot Cantina yet, y'all need to go watch them. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The diesel swapped Honda Insight's alive.
I have seen a little bit of that one.
It's starting to drive.
And what was the other one? What was that? Somebody put a Predator, a Harbor Freight
Renault.
Predator engine. Yeah, the Renault.
It's a Renault with the Harbor Freight Predator 670 cc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which makes more
Wow.
power than the factory engine.
Yes, it does.
I gotta pee again.
Oh,
Sorry.
Well, you
I
can-
gotta be too.
You can do
We
that.
can do it together.
No.
No, you go now.
Oh, right.
Oh, sorry.
You go.
Second beer.
Jesus. Fucking.
All right, we've got a theme going tonight.
I know. So I have to say, this beer was literally next to the old school beer that I got, and I almost bought this one, and I'm happy Brian bought it.
So this is Three Wise Guys Coffee Porter from Persimmon Hollow Brewing. I'll make him a beer he can't refuse.
And this is a coffee
Drink
porter.
sensibly, get weird. I've now had a couple of beers by this brewery, and they're the ones that made the last blood orange one that we had.
Yeah.
Blood orange wheat that we had.
Ooh, it's a dark one.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Oh damn! Almost tore the tab off before I opened the beer.
Oh.
Look at that.
Yeah, we have an old gangster fucking theme going on.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
it
dark.
definitely has a prohibition theme going on with
That's
the.
dark.
Yeah, like I said, so old school. What do you think that is? Do you think that's a Packard or
I want to know about the pine cone on the radiator.
No, that looks like an old.
Oh, that's
Packard.
hops.
Yeah, that's
Auburn?
hops.
Is that what it is? Hops?
Yeah,
Or
no.
LaSalle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that
Maybe LaSalle.
Right.
So the first one we had like it definitely
that,
had
that
like
looks
a
like an old Packard
like a 2030s car, like a Packard or a LaSalle or something like that, with beer kegs on the running boards.
and Tommy guns.
And this one here literally has like 3 mobster-looking dudes on the side.
You're
And it's
welcome.
too
Hops
visible.
and
We
a coffee
did a
bean.
theme.
We
We
did.
themed it.
We
Yeah.
We themed our beers.
The faces are 2 hops and a coffee bean.
Yes.
Because it is
A coffee porter.
Yep.
collaboration between Permission Hollow and
Persimmon.
Persimmon, yeah, that word. And Trilogy Coffee Roasting Company.
Side note before cheers, did you guys see Mad Mike with it?
5-rotor.
Yep.
You know what kind of saddens me though? So like I've been following Dave Mazzet's 5-rotor build for a while, and I'm kind of sad that Mad Mike just like kind of came out of nowhere, had it done first.
But let's be real
But-
though, it's Mad Mike.
Oh yeah, of course. He was. If anyone was gonna do it first, it would have been him.
You know
And
why?
That thing sounds stupid. Well, Dave Mazzet's got a shitload of money too. But anyway, that thing sounds dumb. And he was saying something
Oh.
about north of 780 kilowatts
Oh,
an A.
shut up and drink.
I am.
Oh.
Oh, that's good.
You get that hint of coffee.
Oh shit,
Mm-hmm. That's what I said.
Chris.
Not
Love
brewed
you,
There's
but-
coffee.
not a hint of coffee. That's coffee.
Chris. I was gonna say
Okay, so this is
I love coffee.
This is my example of my coffee thing. I hate the way brewed coffee tastes, but I love the way roasted coffee smells.
There you go.
The only way I can get roasted coffee smell as a taste is in beer.
Yep.
That's good.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That is fantastic.
That
It's
tastes.
creamy.
That tastes like a good black cold brew.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost like Hawaiian Line without the coconut.
Oh what?
Yeah.
No, he's on to something.
It's Hawaiian Line without the coconut in it.
Pull the coconut out, add a little more coffee, bam. That's where we're at.
Don't do that though, because
Yeah.
Like, I could almost stir some cream into that and be like, oh,
do
yeah.
not
Throw some
want
creamer
that.
in it, just a tiny splish.
Just a little splash.
I don't want that because I don't want to dissect
That's
Hawaiian
yummy.
Line.
Okay,
because-
okay, the thing about-
because of how much we love Hawaiian Line, I
Every-
don't want to
here's the
dissect.
thing, man.
You're making
Every
Mike have
time-
a panic attack. I think.
Every
No,
time.
no, seriously, has that not been one of our
Hawaii-
favorite fucking beers?
Hawaiian Line, every time I go in and I'm buying beer for us to do this, and I see a 6-pack of Hawaiian Line, I fight myself not to buy it and bring it on here just to have it again as a group.
Because that
Right.
was
You know, we should.
such a
You know,
good
we should.
beer.
We should work up a favorites episode one time and do
Yeah, but no, Hawaiian, like,
because that would
I
be
don't-
there.
yes, I mean,
You see where you see what I'm saying?
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't want to take that away from Hawaiian Line. I don't want to take that away from it.
Okay, let me
Because-
rephrase that. Einstock toasted porter, adding coffee to it. How's that?
True. Yes. Okay. That's better. That's
The
better.
Yeah,
only
I-
problem with doing a favorites episode is I can't find my favorite anymore.
Yeah.
I know. Rolling dirty.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't find it. I've looked everywhere.
Oh, that's the problem. There's so many. There's so many.
Playa
beers.
Linda. Playa Linda. We have
Playa Linda's Robinot
Yeah,
Red.
See, I've
Robinot
seen the
Red.
Playa Linda a couple
No,
of times.
no, not the Robinot Red.
Yes.
Really?
I have found
Where?
Robinot Red
Where?
a couple of times.
Where?
I've seen
We
it
have not
at
seen that
ABC
since-
in Crystal River.
If you see that one again,
Get it.
Get it.
We
Okay.
have not
Get
seen
it for
it
me,
since
'cause
our
I'll
third
pay-
episode.
Yeah, because when I got it, because I didn't even get it in cans. I got it out there when ABC was still doing the brew
And that was
stop.
that was our third episode. Is
Yeah.
when we
Yeah,
got
I
that.
know.
Yeah, it was third episode, and it was first episode at your house.
I don't know if you've been to the Crystal River ABC recently, so the whole center
It's all
section
different.
where
Yeah.
they had that whole section, it's gone.
Yeah, it's all the whole.
Like the taps and everything are gone.
Well, no.
Yeah, they're all gone. It's all gone.
When did that happen? Because I was in there, I think.
Recently.
I haven't been in there in a while.
Probably 3 or 4 months ago. I think I was in there.
It has the last time I was in there, it was gone 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, they do. Yeah, the taps are all gone.
I mean, I know they haven't done anything with the taps in a long time, but
no, they are all gone. It's all like the area to go in the line now there,
Mm.
and then all the aisles are different now too. It fucked me all up because I was trying to go get mead for like Paige has this one like honey mead she really likes.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
And
It's
could
in the
not-
yellowish, goldish
Yes,
bottle.
yes, yeah. Could not find it to save my life.
yeah, that was like way before we were doing any of this. We had gone down to Ford's Garage,
Yep.
and then we decided to pop into Total Wine just looking around, and the funniest damn thing, it was like sitting right on the shelf right next to one another was a single bottle of Peg Leg.
And a single bottle of
Dwarf Invasion. Dwarf Invasion was also a mead, and I looked it up, one and done.
Me
Yep.
and Brian looked at each other like,
No fucking way.
it's done. We grabbed it. He grabbed that one. I grabbed this one. Like,
Yeah, it was
our life is complete.
one and done. And then
All
we
right.
couldn't find it for the longest time, and then one time on the show, Mike did find a 6-pack of Peg Leg
Peg
for you
leg.
guys to
Yep,
try.
that was our 25th episode.
That was actually a pretty good beer.
Yeah.
So I want to dive into Gearhead gifts.
Oh yeah, we didn't even fucking do our topics.
Yeah, that was Mike's topic, because Mike just wants to share his Christmas list with us.
I know, like yeah, we've gone just like
He's just
Doing the-
hoping that we have enough viewers that'll be like, oh yeah, we'll donate.
No, he's
Yeah.
telling us what he wants us to buy him for Christmas.
245, 45, 19. I need 2 tires for that. If you can, that's what I want for
If you could-
Christmas.
if I could get a built SP63 engine for my car and a big turbo.
Yeah, forget that.
I'll take that.
Or 223.
Oh.
not 223.
Sorry, I forgot. I wear size Porsche 911 GT3 RS.
Yeah. 79 pace car is T-top is what I wear. Also.
I'll be realistic. I just would like some power tools so I can.
You just made me think about a crazy marketplace thing I saw. That's got to be an episode for us, doing
Yeah.
marketplace stuff. I'm not
Marketplace madness again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll tell you all after the stream ends because I have to. But like, we got to do another marketplace madness one because
Yeah.
there's a lot of crazy stuff out there.
Also, but Gearhead things, don't buy Armor All for your friends.
Armor All is the work of the devil.
Yeah.
please.
Actually,
don't buy
when
Armor All.
when it comes down to it, outside of something like microfiber towels, and even then,
Dude, buy me microfiber towels and terry cloths.
Yeah,
I'll be
no,
happy.
no.
Okay,
If
no,
you're
no,
gonna
no,
do
no,
that,
no, no,
go to
even
Sam's
those.
Club.
well,
Go to
here's the thing.
Sam's
Here's the
Club.
thing. Some of the microfibers you find in the parts stores are just absolute lint monsters right out of the package.
True that.
So,
Yeah, I've
you know,
had
you-
The best,
so if
best
you're gonna buy-
ways,
Yep.
like what we do,
Sam's Club and Costco,
go to Sam's Club,
Bag
go
of
to
Giant pack of them.
36 towels,
the kitchen section in the dishware section.
or
You
the,
get-
and also in the general cleaning section.
Yep.
But
36
yeah,
of them
36
for
towels.
$10.
Yeah, for $15 now, I think.
Oh, it's gone up.
I think it's like
No,
$15.
because-
But still.
I've noticed that the past couple times I bought some microfibers, and I even changed. I went to Napa and Crystal River, which they didn't have anything. That Napa.
Apparently, the Grants
But
towels you
anyway,
can get at
um,
Harbor Freight are kind of decent.
So I went to
The edgeless
I
ones.
went to Harbor Freight, AutoZone, and O'Reilly's, and it was for the CX-5 because I actually do keep that nice. And
Well, that thing's got the best color on it of any
That's-
any OEM color ever. That
The Harbor
wasn't-
Freight ones fared the best for me. The other
Grant's,
two,
the Grant's Edgeless seem to be pretty nice.
out of the package, the ones from AutoZone and O'Reilly's like left lit behind out of the package, and
Exactly.
like, what the hell?
So anyway,
and I have that car ceramic coated, and it still sticks to the ceramic coat.
so
Little
if
fibers.
So if you have a Sam's Club card or know somebody with a Sam's Club's card, have them get your towels there because the Maker's Mark towels, now they do have a tag on them now. Last batch I got has a tag on them, but literally grab the surged edge, grab the tag, and they tear off, and it doesn't leave anything behind. But those literally get, and Costco sells the same kind of similar towel, but theirs are tagless, but you can literally get a bag of 36 towels, and they come in different colors for between 10 and 15 bucks.
That's nice.
You're less than 50 cents a towel.
Yeah.
So you can use it till it gets dirty and then throw it into the, now I'm going to get it really dirty and then I'm going to throw it in the trash pile.
Right.
Yeah, like these. In all different colors.
Yeah.
Speaking of detailing stuff,
Literally,
I saw something
that-
in Harbor Freight
Yeah.
the other day
Literally
that I feel is worth mentioning on the show.
that
Harbor Freight's Bauer brand
Yes.
now has a forced rotation.
It's not forced rotation. I picked it up 2 days ago. It's not forced rotation because I grabbed the pad and just spun it the same way as my quarter cable.
Really?
Yeah. It looks more like a...
It says forced rotation on
it's
the
a
box.
DA. It's a DA.
Really?
It's not like a flex. As far as I know, the only forced rotation DA or random orbital is the Flex 3401. This one looks more like a copycat of either the Griot's Garage Boss machine or like the Rupes.
Because it says on the box forced rotation.
Well, like I said, I grabbed it.
Huh.
I grabbed it and spun the pad.
Weird.
I know it's the larger looking one you're looking at. One that's about yay long. Got the big platypus handle up at the top of it.
No, that's the regular one. The regular DA they've got, the dual action polisher. They've got a new one out that says forced action on
I
the
did
forced
not-
rotation on the box.
I did not see that one.
So I'm gonna look into that. I might be picking one up.
If you do, let me because
We,
I know
we
like I
might
said,
have to do a video series on the Mustang
because I know Heckman has a 3401, a Flex 3401.
Yeah.
So I might try to get that from him, and if we do something like that, I might try to borrow that one from him. I have used in the past. I got a chance to use a Rupes LR15 Mark II. That was wasn't forced rotation, but really nice.
You know what's sad is I lended my DA to somebody or something, and I can't find it.
So did I. I lent my DA to someone and it never came back to me.
I think I lent it to somebody,
yeah, it
but
was
I don't know.
supposed
I've
to
been
come to
looking
me,
everywhere.
and it
Yeah.
never came to me.
Yep.
I had a decent.
I hate to say it, but at this point, that was probably the best money you ever spent.
It was.
I do still have the grinder though. The grinder from hell. If
Yeah.
anyone ever needs it.
I still have my porter
Yeah.
cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah,
gave two lays
if
of
you ever
porter
need,
cable the other
I
day.
have a 3 horsepower grinder.
Nice.
If you ever need to use it, it's
I just-
big. Yeah, if you ever need to use it, I have a 3.
Like a big 6-inch pad or something like that.
Yeah,
it takes?
yeah. Just no reason.
Yeah.
Is it the old die-cast metal shell casing?
No, it's not.
Those things
it's,
are great. You put like an 80, you put like a 40 grit on there. You'll just take the whole body panel off.
This sander removes everything.
I bought the biggest wire brush disc I could find for my doing my truck, and that thing. You put it on like the paint, and then
I just imagine.
you would go like this before you hit the trigger because it would go, and you'd be like, "All right, we're going. Here we go. We're on for the ride." And dude, in like half a second, you take off a panel like
His
this big
beard
around
wasn't gray
bare
before
metal.
Okay,
that's
now-
just body
now-
filler. In
No,
his-
we had.
But the
his
thing is,
beard.
though, for real, those tools like that are older than me, older than
The
Mike,
thing works like a charm.
and those were tools that were, when tools were made in America, they were meant to last 100 years, and damn it, they were meant to be wielded by men.
cut-all thing right there.
Yeah. Like I said, man, back
I
in
have
the
it
day, tools were impressive.
Right.
I mean, they were borderline. They were borderline. Will kill you.
I have from Snap-on, and it's the only reason why I forgot what it was, and I actually got a hold of Snap-on. It was my grandfather's, and it was from the 20s to the 40s to adjust valves, and this thing is just incredible looking, and it's a handle. Takes a 6, like you know how most sockets are 4, Is a square.
Yeah.
These are 6. It's a
So it's a hex.
It's a hex that goes on there to adjust the valve, and it's got a screwdriver inside with a knob on the top, and if you put it on the top, and that's how you adjusted it and locked it in.
That's cool.
Next time I come here, I will bring it.
If you're the old tools, I have to remember next time you're coming, I need to know ahead of time so I can bring my snap-on ratchet.
All right.
I have a snap-on ratchet, aka the first one.
Right.
It says snap-on, patent applied for.
Wow.
And it is, as far as I can tell, the first ratcheting handle that was ever made by Snap-on. Because it says patent applied for.
But Snap-on
And it
would,
is
but
not-
Snap-on would not fix my damn Tesla.
And it is not reversible, like
Right.
it doesn't have a switch.
Oh, really?
You take the square drive out of it and put it in from the other side to make it go backwards.
Oh wow.
Speaking of, what happened?
dated
What happened
it.
to my broken Snap-on test light that they
It's
wouldn't
in my
fix?
drawer still. They
I still can't
fix
believe
it.
they won't fix it, or
Well,
at
they
least replace
can't
it.
fix it. They don't have the parts.
Okay, well they need to replace it.
Right.
Work on that, man.
But
Anyway.
as far as I can tell, it dates back to somewhere in the 20s.
I just want to keep up my absolute record of never paying for a Snap-on tool. That's all.
Right.
Well, it's like my Snap-on blanket, my Snap-on beanie. Anyway, what's your car?
Oh, my auction car.
Well, actually, before you said that, I just wanted to. So there is a guy on
Oh, yes.
Instagram. He goes by 51flat_customs, and he makes miniatures of your car.
This
So-
is the freaking coolest thing ever.
It is.
Here,
It is.
I'll take it to the camera.
So there is a guy. So this guy, he contacted me, and
Up.
up,
Well, let's give
Up.
it a second.
He's good.
and
Oh, there it is.
I
Figure
sent him
it
a
out,
picture
yeah.
that was drawn of my car to him, and he made this for me. And he contacted me at first and said, "Hey, I do this," and he started making it, and it the craftsmanship is just amazing on it. And yeah, if anybody gets a chance, check him out on Instagram. It's 51flat_customs, and he just does incredible work.
That is so cool. I mean, all of us here have Hot Wheels, but to actually have a Hot Wheels of your
Of
car.
your car, yeah.
How cool is
And-
that? That
yeah.
is just the raddest thing ever.
Question: is that what you're going to call your car?
Yes.
Fuck yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, had to lay her down.
It's kind of just a little play on words, you know, but
Oh,
No,
I-
it's that's fantastic.
oh, forgot about on the car spots thing. Neighbors right down the street from mine. Apparently, they are my neighbors, or either somebody who visits my neighbors frequently. Has an early '90s OBS crew cab dually F250
nice.
diesel, silver with red inserts.
Whoa!
It's not mint, but all the panels look to be straight, and it's running and driving, and it does everything that a truck should do. It's a truck that has lived its life doing truck things, but by somebody who cared for it.
That's awesome.
Ooh,
And it's been rolling up and down.
nice.
And
Alright.
there's a so that thing's been rolling by for the past couple of weeks.
Well, it's time for the Cars and Bits. Cars is right.
All right, you guys go gather around so you're not looking at my phone and cheating, you bastards. Especially this one.
We're gonna do the TV.
There you
it is.
go.
TV.
I hit the wrong button.
Cars and Bits car. Woo.
I know what this is.
Oh, just by the
this
back
is
seat.
a Jag.
Ooh.
That's exactly how I titled the pictures too. Jag.
And today we have a Jaguar.
So what I have
So the owner of this car obviously came over to your house, stole all the silverware.
Yes.
absolutely
But I drive a Jaguar.
a jag.
I drive a Jag.
Hey, look at that Honda Element in the background.
My Jaguar has a V12.
It actually this one is. No, that was Rolls Royce.
But still, you might have some Grey Poupon left over in the seat.
Now, does this one still have the V12?
Yes. So what we have here is a
Does
19.
it run?
So what we have here is a 1986 Jaguar XJS V12 coupe with 55,000 miles.
Wow.
Has a 5.3 liter V12. It is Grenadier red and it is unmodified.
Wow.
God, so it won't start.
So,
I was about to say, so it doesn't run.
They've invested.
Why do you think it looks so good?
Exactly. It's been in the garage the entire time because it's only got 10,000 miles.
What's the mileage, Brian?
So this car has 55,500 miles. It is
52 of that was on the back of a.
Let the man read it.
So it is a 5.3 liter V12. It is a 3-speed automatic, which is essentially a GM Turbo 350.
You see the all-terrain
Yeah,
tires on
I
it?
know.
You gotta have grip, all right?
So it is Grenadier red. It has biscuit interior. It has a clean Pennsylvania title, and the location is in Sykesville, Maryland. It is a dealer.
Not for nothing, it is clean.
So this is a 1986 Jaguar XJS V12. Carfax history report starts in 1988 and lists no accidents or mileage.
Doesn't it? The engine bay.
Yes.
It's just scary.
You know, that actually, as bad as it is to say, that actually looks more confusing than the V12 and the Toyota Crown or the Century.
If anyone who has access to...
And keep in mind, the V12 and the Toyota Century was basically like two 2Js on a common crank.
Yeah,
it had
with, like,
two
Mercedes
ECUs, one
tunings.
for each bank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that thing still looks
If
more
anyone
complicated.
ever wants a laugh, go to these cars with the V12 and look up the book time for the valve covers.
Yeah.
Is it worse than the timing chains in my car?
Oh,
Yes.
it's 25 hours, I think.
Because I think it's
25,
15
26
and a half hours for the for timing chains in my car, and that's an engine out.
It's worse.
No, I seriously think it's 25.
It's
26
above
hours.
20
I'll have
hours.
to look it up
I
tomorrow
don't
at work.
remember
Yeah,
the
it's-
exact. But I'm-
Well, those they're super sharp degree, or not, a little obtuse actually degree. You have to drop the whole motor, and that includes dropping a lot of, because those are almost like vertical, you know, with like the
Oh yeah, it's a 90-degree engine.
that, and there's just not the room.
gorgeous interior on that car.
A
Though.
beautiful car though, honestly, like
The whole
it's,
car.
Yeah, no, it's
is
really
in
good.
good shape.
Oh well, fun
Never
fact,
left
man.
the
There was a
fucking
guy
driveway.
named Tom Wilkinshaw that actually took these cars and made race cars and went Le Mans racing with them.
Wow.
And they were with the V12s, and they sounded amazing.
Yeah,
would it
for
make
a
you
laugh.
guys feel better if I came in with the high offer? Because I'm coming in with the high offer.
Go for it.
$8,000?
No.
Anyway, it's got 15-inch wheels, wood interior trim, leather upholstery, power-operated windows, power-adjustable door mirrors, air conditioning, cassette player, and cruise control, which is all Lucas Electric, so none of it works.
Exactly.
It's the cassette player that's
It's bad when the
bringing
guy
it.
reading it in has to add to it, you know?
Right.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, Lucas is the Prince of Darkness.
like Lucas Electric's the reason why the English like warm beer.
It's just Lucas makes their refrigerators.
Right.
Exactly. And the fact that, like Chris said, it has all-terrain tires.
Why are there all-terrain tires on there? Those are all-terrains.
Well, those were just regular tires in the 80s.
Alright. How bad were the roads in the 80s, bro?
Are you
It's
ready?
Britain.
Are you ready?
Hey,
you
look,
ready?
Jaguar
Just as
owners are
bad as their
special.
teeth.
Are you ready?
I'm
Here
ready.
we go. Are you ready? 12.6.
12-6.
Oh.
12.6.
I think you're
High boy bid. Super high. I know that's unrealistic, but I just kind of feel
I'm going
dealership tax.
7.5. 7.5.
96.
the right Jag snob.
I think you're all too low. I'm going to say 15.
Wait, hold on. What?
All right, let's go over them again.
7.5.
96.
12.6.
15,000.
You are the closest, but you went over.
Oh!
14,000 dead.
Wow.
14 grand dead. And honestly, like I said, and seeing one of these, not seeing any rust in it, it still has the V12 rather than a 350 swap. And it's an original car.
So you just got a lawn ornament.
Did Chris
for
and I? We were there.
$14,000.
We were there. If I would have
Alright.
came up or you would have
These
came
cars
down.
are underappreciated.
They are.
They are absolutely gorgeous cars.
They
They are.
Like,
But
look
they
at
don't
that
run.
car on the outside. It is a stunning car to look
But
at.
they don't
Have
run.
you ever seen one in person?
I've actually been in one when the fuel pump died and it broke down
Yes!
on the side of the road.
Like
It is
I said,
the
they
only
don't
car.
run.
It is the only car I've ever been in that actually left us stranded on the side of the
Of course
road.
it was. But yeah, they're
But in a
abs-
beautiful fashion. You look so elegant, and
Like,
people
look
wanted
at
to
that.
pull up to you. And be
That's
like,
real
"You have
wood
money."
in
Yeah,
there.
But here's-
that's
here-
not
You
It
have
is real.
money, yes, for a
Well, here's
fuel pump.
well, the thing is now having one of those cars now. The beautiful thing about that is all of the Asian and German electronics that's out there that you can put into one of those, you can fix every bit of Lucas problems in that thing.
Right.
And because they were so choked by emissions and having to do things, hypothetically, allegedly, one could get rid of a whole mess of shit off the top of that engine and make it run like a sweetheart.
Right.
It's a 3-speed automatic. Essentially, it's basically a turbo 400 built under license.
Right.
Which is why so many of those ended up with 350 V8s in the hood, because they would just bolt right up to it. The cool thing is, though, you could easily swap out any of the overdrive GM transmissions. You could put a 4L80 in it.
With an
You could-
LS.
No, not even with an LS. Right on the V12. You could put a 6L80 on that and run it with a Motec.
Neutral.
It's actually weird that you picked that car, because
Well, I haven't. I don't think.
a silly idea popped into my head. I see those cars in not great shape on Marketplace for nothing.
Oh, any Jag. Used Jags.
For nothing.
Depreciation is
Like,
insane.
I mean, those are one of the few cars you can still get for sub $1,000 on Marketplace. Where, hey, this isn't completely rusted out. The
Yeah.
engine doesn't run, but it's not. The body's good.
Yeah, you can find a fairly complete car
An
for
LS
$1,000.
with a 4L60 in it would
4L80.
make that car quite fun.
No, 4L80, unless you're going to build that 4L60.
You just have to replace the transmission. After
That is the
every
Oprah.
time you
That
drive
that
it.
transmission is the Oprah of transmissions.
You
You get a neutral. You get a neutral. You get a neutral.
And after eating a big bowl of Oops All Neutrals, I think it's time to end that one.
And on that bombshell,
On that bombshell.
So hold on, but who was closest? That was
Dan
think-
got it because he
Yeah.
was under. You were closest, but you went over.
Yeah.
I went over. So Dan won that.
Dan
one.
won that one.
And
Fair
on that bombshell. Have
So-
a good night, everybody.
See you in a couple weeks, I think.
See you in a couple weeks, hopefully.
The 22nd.
Yeah.
Yes.